Nowadays, if you watch anime, you definitely have heard of Bleach. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't even care if you've never even watched it. If you're an anime fan, I am 99% confident that you have probably heard of Bleach. It is one of the most successful anime franchises of all time. It is one of the most sold mangas of all time. It is up there in the big three with animes like One Piece and Naruto. It has inspired countless amounts of new gen animes and mangas that we all love. It has definitely cemented itself as a prominent figure in the entire anime industry. However, it wasn't always like this. Bleach didn't always have the success it did now. In fact, up until a couple years ago, Bleach was not that known of an anime. Now, I know this doesn't make sense to a lot of people, especially since Bleach has been in the big three ever since the early 2000s, but let's just go through a quick look throughout Bleach's entire history. The Bleach manga released all the way back in August 7th of 2001, and from the get-go, the Bleach manga had a lot of success when it came to its sales. It wasn't outperforming series like One Piece and Naruto, mainly because of the fact that Bleach didn't fit into the standard shonen criteria that so many people were used to, but it still had a lot of success. Now, despite Bleach's major success, it still wasn't guaranteed into the big three like it is today, and that's mainly because of Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter was outperforming Bleach for quite some time in terms of sales in the early 2000s. However, after Hunter x Hunter went on hiatus, that's when Bleach decided to make a name for itself and officially solidified itself as part of the big three, the three most dominant mangas of the early 2000s. And following Bleach's major manga success, it quickly gained an anime just a few years later in 2004. And the Bleach anime only propelled the manga in terms of success because the Bleach anime meant that Bleach was going to get more recognition. More people would then go buy the manga, which meant more sales, and this showed because after the anime released, Bleach was constantly making it into the top 5 or the top 10 best-selling mangas of the year, with it even peaking in terms of popularity and sales in 2009, where it spent more than 2 months at the top being the best sold manga of the year and finished off the year in 3rd place, just trailing a little bit behind Naruto in terms of sales, which was still extremely impressive and a huge accomplishment for any series at the time, considering how dominant One Piece and Naruto were. However, as I said already, things kind of peaked for Bleach in 2009, because at the end of the year, in November, that's when the Bleach anime went on hiatus, and this had detrimental effects towards the entire Bleach franchise because an anime brings in so much recognition for a series, and it brings in so many new viewers that then go buy the manga. And without the anime, the manga sales declines, and it really shows. By 2010, Bleach dropped from the number 3 spot to the number 5 spot of being the best sold manga in Japan. By 2011, it drops even further, going down into the number 8 spot, and by 2012, it's not even in the top 10 anymore. Bleach's manga ended with Thousand Year Blood War in 2016, and usually when a manga is ending, that's when its series sales are the highest because everyone wants to know what is going on at the end of the manga. However, Bleach ended in 2016, and its final sales landed at the 17th spot of the best-selling mangas in Japan, barely scraping its way into the top 20. In 2016, Bleach managed to sell just a bit over 2 million copies, which, mind you, isn't bad. Those are still impressive numbers, but you have to keep in mind what series we're talking about. It's Bleach. It's one of the big three animes. It is one of the series that was supposedly dominating in the early 2000s and was meant to rival One Piece and Naruto. Imagine if One Piece in its final year barely scraped its way into the top 20 best-selling mangas, or Naruto for that matter. So Bleach quite literally fell off when it came to popularity and sales. And again, this was mainly due to the Bleach anime entering a hiatus. Now, the Bleach anime entered a hiatus because they were too close to catching up to the manga. So they wanted to give the manga some more time to get ahead so they don't have to rely on fillers, which is a very normal thing to do in the anime industry. Most people probably assumed that the hiatus would last half a year, maybe 2 years at most, but it didn't. It lasted for nearly a decade, and after a few years, everyone just assumed that the Bleach anime was cancelled and never coming back. So for nearly a decade, the Bleach series was all but forgotten. You ask somebody what the big three animes were, they would tell you something like One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball. I used to be one of those people. I started watching anime nearly a decade ago, and one time somebody asked me what the big three animes were, and I had no idea what Bleach was. I had never heard of it, and it was no fault of my own because Bleach had become such an unknown series. But then everything changed for Bleach in 2021 because in August of 2021, we received a Bleach Hell Arc one-shot, a 73-page one-shot for the 20th anniversary of Bleach, where we got to see a 10-year time skip of Ichigo and the rest of the main characters, potentially teasing a brand new arc in Bleach that would cover the entire Hellverse. And this one shot was huge for Bleach because Bleach was now starting to be in the limelight once again after so many years of being in the dark. And this was a very special case because it is so rare for a manga to get new content after it had already officially concluded. So a lot of people were now theorizing that we may potentially get a brand new arc in the manga. But after August, we didn't really get much new Bleach information. That is until December of 2021, where it was announced and revealed that the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War arc was going to get an anime adaptation. And just like that, Bleach was back. I mean, in less than 6 months, Bleach got a brand new one-shot that was teasing a new arc for the manga and a possible continuation. And then it got announced that the final arc of Bleach was going to be animated. So this was huge, not only for Bleach, but the entire anime community, because everyone had lost their minds. And what made all of this news even better was that Tite Kubo, the creator of Bleach himself, revealed that he was going to be directly involved with the production of the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime because he wanted to add in brand new anime original scenes that he couldn't add into the manga. And then in 2022, when Bleach 1000-Year Blood War Course 1 came out, it did not disappoint. It was one of the best animes of the entire year, if not the best anime. The animation was absolutely spectacular. The production was on another level. We were getting new extended fight scenes. It was perfectly executed. Everything that Bleach fans had been waiting for over a decade, we got it in the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime. After an entire decade of being in the dark and being forgotten about, Bleach came back and reminded everyone why it is in the big three, why it is up there with names like One Piece and Naruto, because it showed everyone how dominant of a series it is, because everyone was talking about Bleach 1000-Year Blood War when it came out. Even when Course 2 came out, every single week, everyone was talking about the Bleach episodes. And now with Course 3 currently airing, everyone is doing the same thing. Every single week, an episode comes out and everyone is losing their minds about it. And with the anime airing, we are getting more and more anime original scenes that is just enhancing the series so much more and is making it that much better. We're getting brand new lore drops, we're getting brand new fights, and we're even getting teases at the Bleach Hell arc. So there's a big possibility that after the conclusion of the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime, we are going to get the Bleach Hell arc, because the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime has been nothing short of a success. You guys have to understand, Bleach was in the mud for over a decade. If you didn't grow up watching anime in the early 2000s, you probably had very little idea as to what Bleach was. And you wouldn't have even been able to guess that Bleach was part of the so-called big three anime and mangas. However, ever since that Hell arc one-shot, ever since the 1000-Year Blood War arc released, it has been nothing but success and good fortune for Bleach. It has completely done numbers, outdoing majority of series that have come out today, and once again proving why it is such a dominant force in the anime community. Nowadays, there is absolutely no debate as to whether or not Bleach is part of the big three, because almost everybody and their mother knows that it is. Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what other videos you guys want to see in the future. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.